Here we are.
I'm going to count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, God.
3, 2, 1. I'm on the floor.
She can't get comfy.
It's okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's see. Today is all about canning.
Canning. I have lots of questions.
Okay. I'm Candace.
I'm Natalia.
And this is not a single fork, just another podcast about food and cooking, but we're keeping it real. Real canning today.
So do you want to start talking about canning and I'll let you know my questions or what?
Well, we're gonna do a whole series of videos on canning
in August.
In August, yes.
Yeah, online or on our online subscription. So go to the Girl Can
So
Cook.
yeah, so if we're gonna do a canning deep dive.
So you go to the Girl Can Cook, you sign up for the subscription. It's $15 a month. It's very cheap. You can do it.
And the other thing that is new, because we're on a new website, thegirlcancook.com, you have a 3-day free trial.
Ooh, who doesn't want that?
Go kick the tires and see if you want to participate. And you can watch. In fact, we've got almost 100 videos now.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So you get
them
whole
all.
library.
Yeah. You get
the library.
So, canning.
Canning
is something I've never done. It is interesting to me. It seems like a exercise in patience.
Yeah.
Is it time consuming?
It can be. Canning can be time consuming.
Okay, so are there different types of canning?
Yes, and it depends on what you are canning, in fact. So you can can fresh vegetables and you just slightly process them and then put them in the processing bath.
What do you mean by slightly process? You mean like slightly cook them? Like
yeah,
par
just
cook them?
like, but not even par, kind of like blanching them.
Okay.
So you can do that with some vegetables. If you have like chutneys or jams or jellies, things like that. Now, my old school canning lessons, we did not process.
Is this from
them.
Mom?
This is from my mom.
Okay.
And she canned for 40, 50 years and didn't kill anyone. So you don't have to water bath process things that are cooked already, like a chutney,
or a jam
or a jelly, salsas, relishes, things like that are
cooked,
that you cooked, and to get where you wanted to go with it. I consider that a quick canning.
Okay.
Because you still have to go through the process of sterilizing your jars.
Okay.
You sterilize the can lids.
What do you sterilize them in?
Just
hot water?
Hot water.
Okay.
Boiling water.
Okay.
In modern day, you can just run your jars through the dishwasher.
Oh, that does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sterilizes them. And the thing is, the thing that you have to be careful, there are a number of things you need to be careful of. But one is you don't have to use new jars, but you have to make sure that they don't have any chips or anything in them, because that will contaminate your product.
So you have to get new lids every time.
Why
is that?
Well, because the seal won't seal properly.
So it's like seals once, and then after that it won't seal again.
Yeah.
So when you say a quick canning, let's say you've got your can, you sterilized it, you've got your jam, you throw it in the can, jam in the can, and then you put the lid on and you're done?
Well, yeah, you put your lid on, you tighten it down with the rings, and then you wait to hear the ping.
Oh, so it sucks on its
down.
Own? Just sitting on the counter, it does that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and the tops are designed to do that.
Right.
So that you know that you have a good seal.
And it'll just seal itself.
They're self-sealing, yes.
Wow. Okay, so
nowadays they are,
so
yes.
What's the other one that you put in, don't you have to put it in boiling water or something? What does that do?
Well, that's if you're like canning raw vegetables or fruits.
Okay.
and you have to process them in a water bath. And typically, I mean, I have
Why?
well, so that they'll go bad.
So does
Just
it?
if you just put them in a jar and close the top, that's not canning.
Right, but how does the water bath prevent it from going bad?
Because well, I don't know what the chemistry is, but it's like any other, like cans that you buy in the grocery or whatever. Those have all been processed in some way that it seals the top, and it seals everything into the jar, so that no bacteria gets in, because bacteria will get in if you don't process it in some way.
So the water, is it called water canning?
Water bath.
Water bath does that.
Yeah.
My other question is, when you're doing fruits and vegetables like that, what do you, let's say you can them, how long does that last? Years?
Theoretically, years.
Okay. And let's say 5 years down the road, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Here's some tomatoes in a can. What do I do with them? What do you do with it? What do you do with the vegetables and fruit? You just take it out and pretend, and then you have to cook it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just pretend like you bought it in the grocery store, and you're taking the lid off of a regular can.
Okay, so you still have to cook it or do something to
with it.
So this is just a way of preserving your
preservation
vegetables if you have an overabundance of something.
Yeah, and I mean that's what people have done from the beginning of time.
So when you're pickling something,
yeah,
pickling is just getting the seasoning into it, right? And then canning is separate.
Well, it can be the same process really, because you can do a hot pickle canning, or you can do I don't want to say it's cold pickle, but you don't have to let's see, wait a minute. Refrigerator pickle. That's what it would be.
And that's when it pings on its own.
Yeah. But the thing is that like if you do a pickle, okay, so in the grocery you'll see Clausen pickles, and it will say they never were, boiled or cooked or whatever. Those are refrigerator pickles, and those have to be, even though, yes, the lids suck down on them, you have to keep them in the fridge.
So the ones that you buy on the shelf that are not refrigerated have been cooked?
Have been processed, yes.
Oh.
That's why they tend to not be as crisp.
Yeah, they do taste different.
Yeah.
I mean, people are very particular about pickles.
I'm very particular.
I feel like pickles could be a whole nother episode. Pickling pickles.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll be part of the canning.
Yeah. So as we're on that, so like pickled, this is a new world for me when it comes to like pickled okra and like pickled eggs is weird to me.
Yeah.
Do you like pickled eggs?
Yeah.
Have you ever made pickled eggs?
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, the pickled eggs that I've made have been jalapeno pickled.
Okay.
So it's a refrigerator pickle again. You boil eggs. You have hard-boiled eggs. You make a pickle with vinegar, water. You can put sugar in it, but I don't think my mom put sugar in it. Usually other seasonings. And then in this case, a bunch of jalapenos. And these were pickled jalapenos already.
Okay.
The pickling juice from the jalapenos went in. Then you seal it and put it in the fridge. And then in like 2 weeks, you have these delicious jalapeno flavored hard-boiled eggs.
What do you do with them?
You can have them like as part of a charcuterie board.
Oh, okay.
You could make egg salad.
I've never understood that.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Just eat them out of hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we ate them. We'd quarter them and eat them.
And so like pickled
vegetables,
you just eat.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I just happen to have some jars over here.
Okay. So I guess just pickled vegetables, when you're ready to eat them, you just take them out and eat them, like you said, on a charcuterie board or like as a side?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to cook those or anything because they're pickled.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
She's back there. There she is. You hear that?
Here I am.
Downing her pickling cabinet. Oh, what do you got there? Oh,
those are Fresno chilies. Look at
Pickled.
Look at the top.
1021.
Yeah, that's when I pickled those.
Those are really pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you, when you open this, what
Yeah.
do you do with it?
Well, it's okay. So it's a pickled pepper.
Right. Pickled
Peppers. That's not quite a peck.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I'd use them in cooking.
You just use them to cook with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does pickling a pepper make it less spicy?
No.
So it's still got heat.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah.
still need to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's literally just
Yeah.
to
so
preserve them and cook with them when
Yeah.
you're ready.
because I had so many. I had so many Fresno chilies, and I love Fresno chilies. So this is just it has vinegar. It does have sugar in it, salt, water, and then garlic.
Will they still be crunchy?
They'll probably be softened,
Okay.
they won't be. They'll be like pepperoncini.
Uh-huh. When you open this,
Yeah,
then is there a time limit on using it?
yeah, yeah. Just like any other.
And then you put it in the fridge?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So once you've opened it and broken the seal, then this is like just opening a can from
Just
the
a
store.
can from the
What's
store.
that?
This is peach butter.
Oof.
So this
so
is peach
good.
butter from last year. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And this is a quick
Because you cooked.
because I cooked the peach butter, so it's just like a jam or a jelly. So you cook it, and then and you have I have my canning supplies right below.
Hold on, she'll be right back. Oh yeah, they're right down here,
right here.
downstairs. Oh, what's that? It's a funnel.
It's a funnel. It's
So
a canning funnel.
You put that on your can,
Yeah.
and then you can pour all your shit in there, right?
Yeah.
And that fits all the cans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy. That fits the small can,
And then
and it fits the big can.
those are contaminated, so I won't use these.
Ooh, contaminated.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
Okay, so you have to use, because it's very important in canning that you don't get anything on the rim.
Okay.
So this
Because it won't seal.
it causes bacteria.
Oh.
So this fits down into a jar.
Okay.
In fact, I happen to have several jars.
This is like show and tell.
This is
I love
totally-
this.
This is totally show and tell.
So if you guys aren't watching us on YouTube and you're just listening
You're
to us,
missing it.
you better get your fucking
You're
ass on YouTube.
Okay, so here's
Yes.
it fits
Oh, it
just
goes
like that.
inside. Oh,
Yeah. So it fits whether it's a small jar like this or a big jar
That's super handy.
like this. It fits all of them. And then when you pour stuff in it, so you can see
Yeah.
that you won't get anything
On it.
on the outside.
So smart.
So, and you only fill up to there,
The bottom.
the bottom of the
Ooh.
ridges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because if you overfill, then again, you run into the whole bacteria thing.
Okay. What else do you have to show us?
Okay, so you put your lids
Hmm.
in a little pan with water and boil them about 10 minutes.
And this is to clean
this
them.
is to sterilize them.
You don't put those in the dishwasher.
No,
Okay.
no, they need to be ready to go right at because you assemble all of your canning supplies, and then you just have a
Assembly line
assembly
kind of thing.
line basically. Yeah. So you've got these in boiling water. How are you going to get them out of the boiling water without contaminating them? Ta-da!
Wow. Look at all these tools.
It's got a magnet.
Oh. So you put it on wet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It goes on the jar.
Goes straight on the jar from the hot water.
Yeah, it
So
goes
it's
just
wet.
like that.
Okay.
And then you release it, and then you take the ring and
And then it creates its little.
and see
Okay.
if it's not sealed. So listen to this sound.
Mhm.
That is an unsealed can.
But if it's sealed, it'll be flat.
But if it's sealed,
Ah.
see the little
Yeah, I see it.
it's indented.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I got it all.
This is so fancy.
I even have a big pot that you
a special.
process
Do you
in.
have to have a special pot?
You don't,
Okay.
but
But it has to be shallow so that you're.
mine is not shallow.
No?
no,
Okay.
mine is a big pot like
Ooh.
that, and then it has an insert where you place your jars and then you lower it into.
So are your jars wet when you put the lid on?
Jars wet?
The
No,
boil
you
water?
want
those dry.
You want your jars to be dry.
Okay.
And then you put your stuff in, and then your lid is. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's wet.
Okay. This is fascinating to me.
I mean, I love
It kind of
canning.
makes me want to go home and do some canning.
It's you. I mean, if you have a big pot, and one more toy. You do need to have
One more tool. Very important. Oh, what is that to get?
That's so in your boiling water, and it grabs it.
But your can is empty at this point.
No.
Oh, you put your stuff in it and then put it in
this.
the boiling
Okay, so
water.
so we just filled this.
Okay.
For instance, we just filled this. We put it down into the water. We take it off. We process. It's hotter than hell. You bring it out like that, and then you never hurt yourself.
Smart. Any other tools we need?
I think that's all the tools I have.
Okay.
Well, there's the rings.
Yes, but that's just the seal, the top, the lid. Yeah.
That's this guy. So you need rings.
And there was a
lids.
moment where it was hard for you to find that stuff, wasn't it?
Well, yes, during COVID.
Yeah.
Because there were so many people who were canning.
Who were at home, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, so there
they
was lots of
started
canning going on. And in fact, I could find big lids, but I couldn't find regular size lids.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently this size, so this is a wide mouth.
Oh, yes.
This is considered a wide mouth. This is regular mouth. Now, they make these big jars with a regular mouth.
Uh-huh.
I don't personally, for the big jars, I don't like the narrow mouth.
It's hard to get stuff in.
Because I think it's harder to can. But, you have to have small, this is all small. So,
Right.
But apparently people were using the smaller ones more. And I couldn't find these lids.
So do you want to tell us what's in your peach butter?
Peaches and sugar.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh. Well, why do you call it peach butter? Just because of the consistency of it?
I think it's a historical thing that a butter is only, I think, now I may be wrong about this, but a butter, I believe, refers to fruit and sugar only.
Oh. So like apple butter is...
Apple butter is just apples and butter.
Okay. What about butter?
It's not, well, that's a different thing.
Oh.
That's a different thing entirely. But like jams and jellies have pectin. You have to add pectin.
I see. So that's what makes it different.
This is not.
Just sugar.
This is just sugar in the fruit, itself.
My God, I have learned so much.
Well, stick around with me and you might learn a thing
And
or
I
two.
feel like this could be like a fairly inexpensive hobby and very good use of like your garden.
I think I showed you maybe the pictures. My boyfriend is a super canner. He's even canned meat.
I don't.
Because he's one of those, the world's going to end tomorrow.
Is that spam?
No. He's done stews. He's canned stew. And
I guess you can do soups and stews and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you do with your
can
leftovers?
Almost anything. Yeah. Can't do it with leftovers.
Well, how do you can soups and stews then? They're already cooked, right?
They're already cooked. You can them just like you water bath process them.
But that it's a leftover.
Well, no, you deliberately
are making it for the canning. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a leftover suggests that you're doing it the next day.
I see.
Typically, you don't do that. It's a process all in one day. Mm-hmm. But he cans all of his vegetables. He's got cans and cans of pickles. Oh man, he makes some good pickles. They're delicious. And the green beans.
Yeah.
What
do you do with pickled green beans?
They're not pickled.
They're just canned.
They're just canned.
Got it. So then you
can pickle green beans.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like pickling okra or something like that.
And you just eat it cold when it comes out of the can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like a side.
Mm-hmm. I feel is this very southern to pickle things?
I I was going to say yes, I think it is, but I think it also. I mean, it's not like people up north don't can.
That's true.
But I think as a result of actually, I think the Civil War and the scarcity of food, that I think canning became very popular in the South.
And then once your item is canned, you just put it in a pantry in
In
a
the
dark
root cellar or whatever.
So does it need to be somewhere cold?
It needs to be in the well. It needs to be somewhere that doesn't get hot. Yeah, it needs to be in a temperate climate.
So like in a hole in the ground.
Hole in the ground. Yeah, like your storm shelter.
Where all your money is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just put it in a can.
Yeah, just can it and
can
stick it in a hole in the ground.
Yeah. Cold hard cash.
Oh shit, that was okay. Well, I'm excited for our canning segment in August. I don't know what we're going to be canning yet. I'm sure we'll do some peach butter maybe.
Well, we'll have peaches.
Yeah,
we'll have peaches, and we'll have more vegetables.
Yeah,
so we'll do a lot of vegetables, and do an even deeper dive into canning than we did today.
Wow,
we're just skim the surface.
Wow, I feel so pioneerish. I cannot wait.
Are we ready to say stay fresh?
Can bags.
Just can, not canning.
Canning.
Canning
Can.